Hello, my friends, and welcome to episode 25 of the Welcome to Your Life podcast. Welcome to Your Life is a podcast for midlife women who want to re-energize their wellness goals and learn how to create a work-life balance without losing their minds. I'm your host, Renee, Reid, certified health coach and your loudest cheerleader. And I am on a mission to reduce the number of women who die each year from heart disease and diabetes. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and share this episode with someone you love. Ladies, if you are looking for a safe space and a group of women to love, support you, and give you a little kick in the pants when you need it, consider joining our free Facebook group, the Courageous Women's Network. In this group, you will have access to additional trainings, informative Q&A sessions, and a sisterhood like no other. Click the link below in the show notes to request to join. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think that being skinny automatically means you're healthier? Or are you a thin person, someone who has never had to worry about their weight, who thinks because of this, you're immune to heart disease, diabetes, and the plethora of other medical conditions that threaten us each and every day? In today's episode, we are going to talk about what it means to be skinny fat. Yes, that's a real thing. The dangers of being skinny fat and how you can protect yourself if you fall into this category. Let's get started. Hey guys, so on today's show, we are talking about what it means to be skinny fat and how dangerous being skinny fat can be. I'm also going to provide you with some tips to help you protect yourself and get back on track with your wellness goals. Now, being skinny fat is something that I had never heard of. That is not a phenomenon that runs in my family. But when I became a health coach, that's when I began to encounter women who looked absolutely great, and I would talk to them about the benefits of, weight training or hiring a health coach or getting, some heart pumping cardio into their lives. And they would tell me, thank you, but I'm already at my ideal weight, or I feel great already. And so basically, I don't need your advice. So what I found, though, is that, and I'm sure you already know this, being skinny does not mean healthy. The size or shape of your body does not determine how healthy your interior body is. And I know that we live in a culture that bombards us with so many diet plans, and each one of these diet plans is designed to help us lose weight and finally we'll finally get to live, once we lose weight, these magical lives, that are on the other side of this diet plan, right? And we've been brainwashed as a society to believe that the skinnier you are, the healthier you are, and that is simply not true. While so many women in midlife, between the ages of 49 and 59 or older, look absolutely fabulous in their clothes, they could still have a high percentage of body fat compared to lean muscle. And this can lead to osteoporosis or the weakening of the bones, heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. So the medical term for being skinny fat is metabolically obese normal weight, or MONW. It's also called normal weight obesity, and this occurs when women who are normal weight or underweight are inactive, have an imbalance of fat to muscle ratio, or who partake in a diet that is high in fat and sugar. And ladies, yes, this can also happen to men, but this is a podcast for women, and so we are focusing on the female of the species. So women who have a higher percentage of, or women who are skinny fat, who fall into that category, will have a higher percentage of visceral fat. And this type of fat is extremely dangerous because this is the fat that settles around your organs and into the abdominal cavity. So while I was researching this topic, I came across a book by Dr. Mark Hyman. He is the author of the Blood Sugar Solution 10-Day Detox Diet. And he defines this phenomenon in this way. Skinny fat means just what it sounds like. You look thin, but inside you are fat. You've got organ fat, the most dangerous type of fat, coating your liver, kidneys, and other organs. You are under lean, but over fat, meaning not enough muscle and too much fat, especially belly fat. So how can you tell if you are skinny fat? Well, ask yourself these questions. Is weight training part of your exercise routine? Are you getting 150 minutes of heart-pumping cardio each week? Is your daily food consumption high in processed foods, sugar, carbs, and low in protein-rich foods? Do you suffer from fatigue, the inability to focus or concentrate for long periods of time? Do you suffer from inflammation? And do you have excess fat around your middle? Now, if you answered yes to 1, 2, or all of these questions, you could be suffering from MONW. But the only way to make sure is to see your doctor. And when you see your doctor, make sure that in addition to checking your glucose levels and cholesterol, that he or she is also checking your percentage of body fat to make sure that it is within the acceptable range depending on your body type. Now, as I mentioned before, some of the dangers of being skinny fat are osteoporosis. That's the weakening of the bones. It's also called brittle bones, heart disease, and diabetes. Some of the other risks include muscle deterioration. So if you are not strength training a minimum of 3 times a week, and ladies, you should be weight training, because remember, weight training helps us to build lean muscle, and lean muscle burns more calories than fat, which means that we will get to our wellness goals quicker. If you're not sure where to start, I would be more than happy to help you. Just shoot me an email at WTYLwellness@gmail.com, and I will help you to get started. But the other thing that you want to watch out for is something that is not visible to the naked eye. It is the decline of your mental health. Now, while being skinny does not automatically mean that you are in good health, it also does not automatically mean that you are happy. So if you are not physically active, if you are subjecting yourself to a poor diet, and you're combating health issues, in time, this could affect your mental health. Depression and anxiety are real, and these are just two of the diagnoses that I've seen in my past 10 years of serving as a mental health practitioner, a health coach, and a women's health advocate. If you find yourself suffering from depression, anxiety, or some other type of mental illness, please do not hesitate to see a licensed mental health practitioner. There are so many out there, and they want to help you get well. So that's my plug for mental health awareness. So if you find yourself in this category of being skinny fat, what can you do? Well, the first thing is to schedule an appointment with your doctor. And a little tip that I found that works for me is, we know that when we go to the doctor, they do not have a lot of time to sit and talk to us. So what I like to do is to write down everything that I want to talk to my doctor about, and I even tell the nurse so that she can type it into my file, and that way my doctor has a list of my concerns and we just go down the list. So try that the next time you go to the doctor so that you can, get answers to the questions that you're seeking. The other 4 tips I have for you are this. First, of course, exercise regularly. According to the Center for Disease Control, you should be getting 150 minutes of heart-pumping exercise each week. That's 30 minutes per day. So, lace up your sneakers and head out for a walk. You can walk on your lunch break or, in your neighborhood in the evening after work, or you can go to the gym and hop on the treadmill. Walking is one of the easiest cardio activities that you can do. It's easy on the body. It gets the heart rate pumping, and you will definitely reap the benefits of a regular walking program. If walking is too slow for you, feel free to run or swim or cycle, whatever it is that gets you excited about working out, do that thing. The other thing you want to do is to make sure that you are including weight training in your weekly workout routines. So you should be lifting at least 3 times a week. And you want to make sure that you are lifting weight that is heavy enough to break down the muscle or the muscle tissue so that it can build back up and get stronger. That's how we build strong muscle. But in order to break down the muscle tissue, you have to be lifting weight that is heavy enough to do it. So if you can lift 3 sets of 10 at your current weight without breaking a sweat or feeling, any strain or stress by the end of that 3rd set, you need to increase your weight. You need to be lifting heavier weights. The third thing is to plan your meals. And I'm not talking about dieting, but just planning what you're going to eat each day and making sure that your menu includes, fruits and vegetables, fresh fruits and fresh vegetables if possible, lean proteins, whole grains, and lots of water. Make sure that you are drinking water each day. And if you're vegetarian or vegan and you don't want to eat salmon or chicken, because we don't eat salmon or chicken, then make sure that you are creating meals that include beans or lentils, whole grains. And these are just a few of the proteins that we vegans or vegetarians can eat. And the fourth thing is manage your stress. High levels of stress is not good for your physical or mental health. And physically, when we are under a lot of stress, our body produces chemicals that forces our bodies to hang on to visceral fat. And remember, this is the fat that clings to your organs and deposits itself into your belly. This is the bad fat. Exercise is a great way to reduce stress and boost your mental health. I am really enjoying my meditation and prayer in the morning, and these are two things that can be done throughout the day. And if at all possible, simply avoid the stressful situation. Learn how to say no. You do not have to provide the answer to everyone's problem. It's time that we begin to really incorporate true self-love and self-care so that we can get to our wellness goals and become the women that we want to be. The good news is, whether you decide to do 1, 2, or all 4 of these strategies, you have the control to change your life. Just by making simple lifestyle changes, you can change the trajectory of your whole wellness plan. And we are in the last 2 months of the decade, but it is not too late to start making these changes now. You don't have to wait until January 1st to start setting goals and making changes in your life. The first step that I have found helped me and has helped my clients is to merely acknowledge that there is a need, that something needs to change, because too many of us are walking around with undiagnosed ailments, and that, ladies, that has to stop. If we are going to meet or exceed our wellness goals, we have to become more mindful of where we are right now. And that is not a good place or a bad place. It is simply where you are right now. And by making that mindful decision, you can then begin to make changes to help you move forward towards whatever goal you have set for yourself in 2019. Hey guys, I hope that this was helpful. I would love to hear your thoughts. The first step to getting healthy, like I said, is just acknowledging that there is a need. And once you make that acknowledgement, then you can start to search out the information you need to get better. I am here always to help you with that information. That is why this podcast exists. And I would love to hear from you. If there is a topic that you would like us to tackle, please don't, hesitate to shoot me an email, WTYLwellness@gmail.com. I want to help you reach your wellness goals. I know what it's like to be on the wellness journey. I am still on it myself. I have a health coach and I have an accountability partner because I know there's power in numbers. And so if that's something that you're interested in, we can schedule some time to talk. I would love to talk to you. Don't forget to check out the Courageous Women's Network. If you are looking for some accountability, these group of women are there to help you to get to your wellness goals and to support you every step of the way. There will be a link in the show notes that you can click on to request to join. And save the date. On November 24th, I will be opening the doors to the Courageous Women's Academy, and this will be phenomenal. I am working on the content now, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. So be on the lookout for that announcement. So I will talk to you guys soon, and I will see you in the group. Have a great day.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.